to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Any questions about the agenda, any changes? I just need a motion.
Motion. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Public comment. Bring me that. All right, administrator's report. Ms. Jolene?
I just have a couple of small budget adjustments I can here for you. Just move some money into the software line and then kind of short on communications. We survived the audit. Okay, this is our last year for auditing us this year, so I have to go out for another bid for audit next year. It sounds like I have to wait till the state auditor says it's okay to go out for bid.
We get a new one every year?
No, we've had her, used to, they could only had them for 3 years, and then they extended it to 6 years. They said 8 years, so I've had her for 8 years, so that's it. And we'll get somebody else next time. And, she got done with us, and she'll come back when after it's okay to print, and she'll present it to you. One more time.
Any questions for Ms. Jolene? Thank you.
You bet.
Mr. Barbie?
On February the 5th, J&G Electrical, Roswell sent their low voltage technicians out to recertify our fire alarm systems. They spent Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and part of Friday going through all the systems. Most everything went well. There were things in the high school classrooms that the classroom strobes were not working correctly. They never could pinpoint the short, so we chose to have them pull some new wire from the last one that was working to the one that wasn't working, and now they're all up going correctly. Also, on the 5th of November, the inmates came out and trimmed the pine trees, cutting low hanging and dead branches on the west side of the elementary and the east side of the middle school, and trimmed up a pine tree where the new marquee will go. Miss Reyes fed them asado and spaghetti, and they all seem to enjoy that. Troopers have applied for the permits and ordered materials for the concession stand. They're hoping to start this week or the week of November the 25th. We're going to have to replace a HVAC unit in the high school due to a cracked heat exchanger. The heater is shut down for safety issues. Legacy Heating and Air came and gave us a quote for $9,981.10. Placed and installed.
Sure. You mentioned the high school. Did we get all the big stand middle school that weren't working last time?
Yeah, everything's here. The only thing they lack is they had to order some strobes for the elementary on the outside. Those horn strobes, they would kind of sounded like they had a bad cold, so the fire marshal got us on there. Having to replace them. And then they got a duct detector, a couple of duct detectors in the high school gym they got to replace. Other than that, we're good to go.
Thank you. Ms. Reyes, special education
So, special education, we already have Mr. Lassard. He is actually working for us Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So we had, several findings for special ed based on the, 40th day count. However, those have been, fixed and we're in good standing.
SRO.
Okay, it was a good month. Nobody went to jail. So the only issue that I've had is we have a teacher, whatever, continuing to leave a door open. I had a come to Jesus meeting with him. And it's been a couple of weeks ago that this occurred. And other than that, the door is secured all the time now. So that's the only issue that I had for the month, which is a good thing, I think.
Any questions? Thank you. Elementary. Mr. Williams?
Yes, apologize. I'm attending virtually. I'm at a MLSS New Mexico Dash training up in Albuquerque. So, thank you to Ms. Mahan and Ms. Lopez, who have done the elementary reports over the last couple of board meetings. Appreciate them stepping in. And a big shout out to Ms. Mahan and Ms. Lopez as they have completed the CES ALD program, which is Administrative Leadership Development Program. And so soon they'll be taking their praxis test to get their administrative license. So we're really proud of them and the work that they've done this last year. Our enrollment is still at 216. We've kind of stuck around there, which is good. October 25th, pre-K hosted Donuts with Dad. We had a good turnout of dads. On October 29th, New Mexico School of Arts came down and they did a presentation for our fifth graders and some secondary grade levels as well, introducing them to some instruments and taught them how to play some instruments. And so it was a good cultural experience for our kids. On October 31st, which was Halloween, we did a Navigate 360 PD for all of our staff on the Navigate 360 system. We found some kinks in the system that I am working on correcting. I think we have it corrected now. We're going to test it out soon to make sure that we can, when we set an alarm, it goes to everybody. On November 1st, we had another house day, which our kids enjoyed. On November 11th, we had Roswell Games that was originally scheduled for October 22nd, then got pushed back to the 28th, and then they pushed it back again to November 11th, which we were glad for our students. They got to participate. We had 54 students between second grade and sixth grade participate. We had numerous students medal, and they represented our school very, very well. And so we're extremely proud of them. On November 12th, a young audience outreach tour performed a musical entitled Coyote and the Counting Game for our elementary and middle school students. A big shout out to the PY Foundation for sponsoring this performance. Our kids enjoyed it. It was very interactive. It was bilingual performance, and so it really engaged all of our kids. And so it was a good thing, and we enjoyed that. November 14th, we had our Thanksgiving meal. We sold over 280 tickets. 95% of our students had a family member come eat with them, which is fantastic. Coach A-Rod and Ms. Montez coordinated some high school students to come eat with our students who did not have somebody who came and ate. So all of our elementary Bobcat students got to eat Thanksgiving meal with somebody special. And so appreciate Officer Milton and the cafeteria staff and everybody involved to make that event very successful this year. Back in October, the Hagerman Elementary partnered with the PED to provide after-school tutoring, reading program for our students until December 6th. And then they also provided some funding for us to have a reading interventionist. And we've been very, very fortunate to have Kim Cates, who is an experienced reading interventionist in Texas and has done some work in Lake Arthur, providing pull-out reading intervention services to about 24 of our students 3 days a week. She'll continue till December 6th. And so we're very fortunate to have her and appreciate all of her hard work with our students. Our teachers have been got access to a virtual Unlocking Science of Reading virtual conference. And so they have been watching those sessions, and we have been discussing and sharpening our reading instruction strategies and skills within our PLCs. And so really proud of some of the work there with our teachers and just becoming better instructions teachers. So we're proud of them there. Some upcoming things tomorrow night. We have literacy nights, us in the middle school. There it'll be at the elementary. We'll have a pie feast at 5:30 in the cafeteria, and then there will be literacy activities for families to enjoy that evening. On Wednesday the 20th, we'll have picture retakes. On the 21st, we'll have food distribution. And then on the 22nd, we'll have another house day and early release. Into December 10th, 11th, and 12th, we have IMASA's middle of the year assessment coming up for our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. So we'll look forward to seeing the data there and the gains and improvements our students have made. And then our Christmas program was originally been scheduled for December 12th, but due to a number of factors, that program is being moved to Thursday, December 19th. Historically, it's been on the Tuesday of the last week, but that is the same night that Hagerman plays Dexter in Hagerman in basketball. And so that's a big event for our community. And so we will do it on Thursday, the 19th. We'll do a little bit different scheduling, trying to open up some space in the auditorium so all the parents can see their kids perform at the Christmas program. So information will be going out tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Wednesday, when I get back on campus. And so explaining on that. So we're looking forward to the Christmas program. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Any questions?
Thank you. How to make it brief, and Mr. Williams hit some of the similar highlights for the last month from us. I think our enrollment has gone up. One, we got a new 6th grader last week, so they're our biggest class. Secondary, they're at 33 total kiddos. So we're about 173 for secondary. We're really focusing still on attendance. We're tracking it daily, weekly, monthly. Always trying to see what the trends are, see what days are see if we can identify anything that's caused a major issue, or where we see the day after Halloween was not a great attendance day for us, but it still wasn't bad. I think that was the worst day we'd ever seen, even close to 80%. So it wasn't a shocker. We're glad right now in November that we're averaging 93% attendance a day. For the average for October was 94.6 across all classes. The thing that we're seeing is our 8th grade class only has 15 kids, and it doesn't take very many of them to be gone for our numbers to look pretty rough in that class. I think last year, I didn't see the data because Ms. Potter was gone today. But last week, the freshmen went into Thursday having 100% for the week, which was the first time we've seen that. We kind of try to find those things and celebrate them across the board, because I think it's important. We've submitted our attendance plans, the PED.
Mr. Williams and Mr. Williams and I attended in person. Mr. Rodriguez was on virtual, and we went to the state attendance workshop in Albuquerque. It was a really good opportunity to network and hear other schools and other groups and what they're doing to work on their attendance. But I'm really proud of where we're at attendance wise. Still working on our capturing kids' hearts. That's still a big focus for us and still making a big difference in our school. Mr. Parker and several other teachers attended a 2-day workshop in the snow in Albuquerque, and they got trained on the program. They didn't get to go during the summer, and Mr. Parker was the cruise director for that group. But they got to go to the summer training, and from all that I've heard is it was really good, helped them better understand the program and what they need to be doing to make it work and help our kids. We've had a couple of different things for drug prevention education. On Friday the 1st, La Casa Mental Health came in and did an assembly about the dangers of vaping and substance abuse for all the middle school and high school students. And then we had a similar program last Wednesday on the 13th after school for the teachers, so we could better understand some of the things that we're looking for and things that, you know, what vaping is and that kind of stuff, and better understand that. Our kids have done Santa Fe School of Art. We had printmaking. They did the piano workshop, which was really cool because none of our kids really knew anything about playing pianos and keyboards, and they seemed to really enjoy that day. We had the theater group come and do a play, and the middle schoolers got to go to that and seemed to really enjoy that. Gear Up has been doing stuff. It seems like every day we have something extra happening. Gear Up has done 2 presentations. We've had Ms. Denny and the seniors put together a really nice breakfast for Veterans Day. We've had a lot going on. Last week we sent home progress reports because we're at mid-9 weeks. The note that I sent home this week out to our teachers this week is that we have 20 days, or now it's 19 days until Christmas break, and so it's going to go really fast as far as school goes, and we're wrapping up quickly. The progress reports, we do have a database or a spreadsheet for the teachers and for A-Rod and I to see who's failing, what that looks like, why are they failing, so we can have some conversations. We can make parent phone calls if necessary, just so in case, you know, if we have kiddos that are in danger of failing the 9 weeks or the semester, we do something to be proactive about it before it gets gone too far. But there's a lot of things going on, and like I said, it seems like every day we have something. Finish the first round of teacher evaluations. I think I'm missing 4, so that's not bad for our teachers. Get those done probably when we come back. So I have, if you have any questions, happy to answer them.
Thank you. Mr. Parker?
All right. We've talked a little bit about 40-day data. We had a mistake on CT data as well. Some of our coding's incorrect. You guys know anything about PED? They got someone new up there and they're poking their hands in all directions, aggravating people. But we've got that corrected. As of right now, Ag Education has 91 students enrolled from 6th grade to 12th grade. That's the largest enrollment we've had in a long time, so that's pretty excited. Business is about 52 students. Cybersecurity is 12 students, totaling about 155 students of the 173 students in our district or secondary school is involved in career tech education, which is something PED is really wanting to see. They're wanting to see more 100% more students in these programs getting hands-on experience. There are some duplicates throughout the programs. 94 students of the high school are enrolled in CT courses, which is the data we turn into PED. The data we get to claim that helps us get our funding, things like that. So that averages up to 93% of our students. 18 high school students are not involved in CT classes at all, meaning they're taking some other elective class in the school day, and they could be in Systems Go. Systems Go is now counting CT, so this next go around. I did give you guys a copy of this on November 12th. We celebrated our 95th anniversary. That was really exciting for us. We received a proclamation from Bill Williams at the Travis County Commissioner's office, or Travis County office. He came and read the proclamation and dedicated November 12th, 2024 as Hagerman Day Day. So that's really exciting. From the rough numbers I can count from all the information I can find, we've had over about 3,500 members go through the Hagerman Day chapter in 95 years, which is a pretty good deal for a chapter. Next thing, Hagerman FFA had our first set of LDEs. Cash Foster, a 6th grader, placed second in our district. He was the first 6th grader in our district to ever place second and qualify for state. I was talking to a couple gentlemen this weekend when I was at a training. We are actually the first school to have 6th graders qualify for state events in the state of New Mexico. We're one of 4 schools offering 6th grade ag, which is quite amazing. to see us making that far and getting these kids up. Trip Moss and Daniel Romero placed in the top 10 in our district. Trip was 7th, Daniel was 6th, which is great because they were going up against 8th graders. Every other junior high kid there was an 8th grader. And so these kids they're making some impacts young. So we'll participate in the rest of our junior high events. That will be our illustrated talk, prepared, and opening and closing ceremonies. And tomorrow night is our annual Friendsgiving event. And for questions.
A-Rod?
Fall season's over. Winter season is almost underway. Junior high will start. Basketball this Thursday against Capitan at 4 o'clock. All our games are going to be in the high school gym. We only have one girls team for the junior high girls. We have one girls team for the high school girls as well. The numbers are really, really low when it comes to girls participating. Alumni game will be this Saturday. That'll start at 5 with JV boys, then the varsity girls and the varsity boys. And that's a good opportunity for us, good fundraiser for us to get these guys going. Serves kind of as our scrimmage as well. And then our regular season will start on December 3rd for JV and varsity girls. And then the varsity boys will start on the 5th. Both varsity boys and girls will go to Mills for the American Heritage Tournament. We've been going to that for the last 5 years or so. We had a couple students please make all district honors in football in Rockville. He's kind of ours, kind of not, but we'll still take him. He made all district in football, and then Minna Chacon made all district in volleyball. She is up for all-state selection and all-star selection, and that was this past week, and I don't think any results have been posted yet, so I'll keep you guys informed if she does make one of those teams as well. And she's one of 2 seniors, so we'll be pretty young next year with a lot of the freshmen and stuff stepping up, mixing in with some of those upperclassmen will be juniors and seniors, so a few seniors next year. Same thing with football, good little mixture. The junior class, probably one of our stronger classes for football. Basketball numbers about the same for junior high and high school, about 20 kids for high school, 17 for middle school, and that's been pretty consistent for the past couple of years, right around there. And then girls' numbers again are down. Last year we were able to do a JV and varsity at the high school level. This year, varsity. Cheer is getting underway. They will start their competitive season next semester in January. So they're practicing. They're going over their dances, their choreography, and their stunts. Esports is wrapping up. They are doing their playoffs for their fall scrimmage season. It doesn't count anything in MMA. This is just on their platform. And we do have 3 teams that have made the playoffs: Smash Brothers, Rocket League, and we have a player that's in 2K. So those guys will probably continue to trend that way when we get to the season, which will start in the middle of January. I think that's all I got. I stand for questions.
Thank you. Next item is minutes of the regular meeting of October 29th and the Zoom meeting of October 11th. Any investment bills for the month of October? Any questions or comments? Second. First new item is budget adjustments. Anybody have any other questions for Ms. Jolene? Sure. I'll second. All in favor, say aye. Okay. Item B. How's the call for Mr. Parker to attend CT conference?
Good evening, board, Ms. Reyes, A-Rod, Ms. Jolene. Tonight, I'm asking for permission, to travel to out of state. In 2023, I was selected as New Mexico's Rookie Act Teacher of the Year, which was a great honor. And part of that was an opportunity to apply for the Turn the Key Scholarship and Program for Professional Development of Young Ag Teachers. Turn the Key is paying will cover my hotel, my flights, and my meals while I'm in San Antonio, Texas during that week. I will be sharing in accommodations with the rest of the scholarship recipients of, I think, 18 out of 200 that applied for this program. I will fly out Monday, December 2nd, right after Thanksgiving break, and I will spend the week there at the National Association of Agriculture Educators Conference and the National ETE Conference, getting a chance to facilitate and meet and learn more about career tech and ag education and become a better young ag teacher. I will fly home December 7th, and I will assume any responsibilities of any extra costs. This is a great opportunity. I'm looking forward to getting to attend and see what the national side of things have in store for our school and myself. So that's time for questions.
Motion to approve. Motion. Second. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say no. Next item C is divisions of the 24-25 school calendar.
Yeah. Okay, so, members of the board, so recently, our Department of Education head, they have been rigorously reviewing the school calendars to ensure, compliance with the requirements. So basically, there's two calendars, one that we submit to them and it's their format, and then they're checking theirs with ours for any discrepancy. So many schools, they've been asked to revise dates, graduation, early release dates, and of course, other events. So of course, Hagerman, was not an exception. So I received a call from our budget analyst regarding several discrepancies on our calendar, specifically questions, arose about the number of parent-teacher conferences days. As, it appears that we had scheduled 2 days in October and then 2 in February. So I clarified to the analyst that, the rationale behind our scheduling and the way, if you look, for the calendar on October, there's the 17th and the 18th. So it looks like we are taking 2 days for parent-teacher conferences. The same thing in February, the 13th and the 14th. Well, that's not the case. The 17th is actually a regular school day for students. And we have conferences, in the afternoon. However, it was not specified on the calendar. So PED wanted us to make sure that we noted that. So if you see, there's a little note on the right hand towards the very bottom. It's in red and it says, parent-teacher conferences are held Thursday nights from 3:30 to 7, and then Fridays from 8 to 12. So they just wanted a clarification on that. So then, that was approved. So then additionally, in the past, we've always had 2 early release days, which is, on December the 19th, and basically it's to accommodate our testing for the secondary. So we had on December the 19th, we had an early release day, and then again on the 20th. So I was told that the 19th cannot be an early release date. It can be, however, we run into issues of cuts in funding. So
Is that a count day, the 19th, or?
it's a calendar day, so yes, it's a count day, but we had it as an early release. So this is December. So what happens, okay, if you look at December, then we had the 19th and the 20th early release. Now we just left it for the 20th. So the 19th will be a regular school day.
If we serve lunch though, that may count,
We can have 10 early release days that the PED will approve. And, it's usually like one early release day per month. The early release days are not early release days or dismissal for the teachers. They are for the kids, but we only have 10. So having the 19th was an additional early release day. And then also the same thing for May. We had the 22nd as early release day, and it has been done like this for ever and ever. And Pet said, if you want to continue doing it, it's okay. However, they cut into the funding. So,
How much is that?
the funding,
Uh-huh.
it could be significant. So, we will be okay. We can be here. I mean, early release, it's 1:00 anyway, so I can guarantee you that we will not have very many kids here that day. We still have to be here to offer the class. And then, so now early release, we do have it on the 20th, which is the last day of school. And, teachers will be released to leave, after the kids leave. And then the same thing on the 23rd. Okay, so now, so those early release days, so again, on December the 19th and then the May 22nd, they were flagged and not approved. So those changes have been noted, and then, that's why I had to make the necessary adjustments to remain in compliance with their requirements. Now, another update that I need to bring to your, that you need to know about this, which involves, PED, what they want, and this includes for kindergartners and for the seniors, that all of the students, they have to attend a total of 180 school days, including the seniors. And, like I was mentioning, a lot of the schools, they had to change their graduation ceremonies. And so what they really want is for the seniors, if we have on our calendar May 23rd, then they want graduation to be on May 23rd or after. So ours is on the 17th, and what we have been doing in the past is that the seniors, they always get out a week before graduation. So, I'm gonna leave graduation for May the 17th as we had it planned. The only thing is that our seniors will have to attend school up until the 16th, which is that Friday. And then after graduation, it's going to be a day of, the seniors, they still have to come back, and maybe we could do their field trip, and maybe we can do we could have activities for picking up their diplomas or transcripts, etc., and maybe cleaning out the lockers. Then we can do that. But we will not be able to have the kids, be out, because the way it's been done for years and years, the seniors would get out like possibly their last day would be like May 9th. So now they have to be here until we need to make sure we do their testing, Monday, the 12th and the 13th, and then be ready. Everybody has to be ready for baccalaureate. I know, it's really hard. The seniors, I don't know if you guys have.
I've not told them.
Yeah. I know, it's hard, but.
Save that for a special.
Especially. So, again, I made the changes, and for us, basically, we just had to clarify the parent-teacher conference day, and then December the 19th and May 22nd, those will be just regular days, regular school days. So we do have a new secretary, and there's a lot of changes.
Who's it now?
Her name is Mariana Padilla.
Who was the one that was always the intern?
She was the intern,
The intern,
Like
5
5 different times. Is the 6th, it's the charm.
Back a lot of stuff. Or we'll change.
We Trump abolishes the whole public education.
Right.
All together.
Yeah. Any other questions?
What are the consequences? Because
They probably won't, however, if we
especially after.
make well, after graduation, all they have to do, and we always have them come in to pick up their diploma. So that could be, we can consider it kind of like a virtual week. They can come pick up their diploma. We can schedule them the next day to come and pick up the transcripts, turn in their computers, and then they're done.
We can have them color.
Yes, absolutely. You know, we can be creative with it and, but that's what PED wants. The same thing with kindergartners. There's no more of kindergarten starting like a week after or, you know, later or finishing earlier. It has to be 180 days. And they didn't say anything to us for graduation because it does not say anything here about graduation. So like I'm leaving it at that. So I'm just asking for approval of these changes and
Any other questions?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Those in favor say aye. Next item is architectural firm for phase one of planning.
okay, so this form that I will be giving to you shortly, you know, I want to present to the Board of Education for the approval regarding the selection of the architectural firm for the planning and design phase, which is phase one of the new school to be built here at Hagerman Municipal School. So the selection was made by a committee that reviewed the proposals from multiple firms. So we actually had a total of, when we had the first meeting, I believe we had 9 firms that attended the pre-proposal meeting. And then after that, then they had like a week and a half to be able to turn in their proposal. So from there, we had 6 agencies that turned in a proposal. And then, so the architectural firm selected, the firm name is Decker. And the primary contact is Sanjay Kadu. And the firm location is in Albuquerque. Okay, so the committee, you know, the A-Rod was part of it, and Cody, and we had several others. So, you know, it was formed to evaluate architectural firms based on the following criteria, you know, the experience with the similar school projects, the proposed design, vision, and the approach, the project timelines, cost estimates, reference in previous client feedback, etc. So then after a thorough review, the committee recommends Decker to proceed with the planning and design of the new school. So the recommendation is that the Board of Education approve the selection for Decker. I do have the binder here if you would like to see it. And, you know, so basically we just need the action for approval, and I finally, you know, this form right here.
The binder is the actual plans or?
It's not the actual plans, it's not the design of the school, but there's, I mean, it's pretty complete, you will see. And there, it has, you know, it has a rough draft here, and, you know, I will have it here, so if anybody would like to peruse through it, and if you need a little bit more time, we do have more of these binders at central office that you can look at. You know, all the agencies, they did a really, really good job. But again, you know, I wasn't part of this selection committee because I can't. But again, you know, it's basically the experience with similar projects. You know, there's pictures here. There's, you know, just there's a lot of factors.
Can I comment?
Yes, absolutely.
One thing that we really noticed is that this firm has done combined buildings, so whether it be high school and junior high combined, or elementary up, they're familiar with that, and so they're familiar with those needs. People available, they have a whole team available, and they're going to be available. I think the lowest was 80% of the time, so they're going to be there for us. And then, you know, they've done some local stuff. Capitan, the Capitan School, they did the administration office in Artesia. And, you know, those are 2 of the common ones that we get to see a lot. And They're really, really good job.
Have they worked out the exact details about where yet?
So like I said, they have a rough draft on there, and so they, you know, Daniel told me that this guy, Sanjay, when he was here, first showing him around, he was already sketching ideas, like this is what we can use. They want to incorporate anything that we have that's special to us into the new architecture, so they understand the history, they understand the nostalgia, they understand, you know, the traditions. You know, they have good ideas, they hit on things like, we need parking, we need busing, and this plan did it better than a lot of the others.
I think if you look like on page 27 or 28, you can see kind of like a rough.
Wasn't on the committee, but when they brought the architect, he was the only architect that truly asked me questions, what we need, what we need to do. And so I got to look at these and they were pretty good. I like the rough draft.
This would have the most gyms too.
It looks like, yes, we will have 2 gyms, but it looks like we might be able to keep one. Yes.
And we're keeping the ag.
No, this will be the new building, kind of like. And they'll shape to see it in here. Parking, and you can look at the numbers and then here.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to.
But again, that doesn't mean that that's the way it's going to be, because we still have to discuss, you know, this is going to be this. We want to keep this, we want to get rid of this, and stop.
I think that's all goes back there.
Yeah.
You know,
Slide into the early childhood is the intent. Very, oh, but. And then,
the scope on this was a little bit more detailed than the other time, so like they said, this is the planning phase, and they said X amount of time. I think, this was the only one with like an end date, July 2027.
Mhm.
I believe, yeah.
because they had an ending.
You know, project, and, but then, I think they, can't remember, I know like budget wise, if they go over, it's not over by a whole lot on some of the similar budgets that they put in there. And then I think their timing as well was really close, you know,
Very.
within what they said. If we're going to be done by this time, they get close to it.
And then they say that the start time is gonna be.
Hopefully soon, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I say, they're gonna get done at 20
March, maybe something like that. They have like, I think it's, well, we approve it now and then
So we need the
like
approval and then,
January, I think, I can't remember.
Yes, I
It's in
believe
there.
so.
There's a scale in there that shows like, we're doing the design phase at this time and then we'll start this construction phase. That means we're moving you guys here and destroying these buildings.
You like, get with the city and take the road in between the schools out, it's like.
according to this design, it is.
Yeah,
well, no, I think the road is still there
It's still there.
because I don't think there's,
everything's on that side.
Yeah,
Just eat it
everything will be on that
back.
side.
So we'll go down Cambridge and then you'll turn about that same road and that's gonna be the bus now on.
Bus lane and then like
Oh,
the ag and
okay.
CT, all that stuff will be on the back end, and the new pipe yard will kind of be where the greenhouse and all that is, the way I understand the map.
Yeah, I didn't look at roads like that.
Someone in a new track for free, if we let them build a building.
I didn't get that far.
Mhm.
Do a good job, maybe.
So is this the design of the 2-story also?
Mhm.
So it'll be K through 12.
Yes.
Cool.
I think it's cool, but I'm so sentimental about everything that I'm like, when you say tear down the existing buildings, I'm like.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's in there somewhere, like they took.
Yeah.
It features some of those things that we
What they've done, I've seen some really good, like, they've taken the gym floors and installed them, like, did something, they've taken brick off the school and put it in something. I've seen some stuff.
It was hard for me not to be part of this, but I couldn't.
She was part, but she wasn't part, so
Yes.
she gotta go through all the stuff.
Indirectly.
So if something happens, though.
And she's
Yeah.
not like this.
It's all on you.
No. It was me, Cody, and Daniel.
So we had Dan Jennings, and then we had a parent and a board member, part of the committee. Several of them were not able to attend.
And then what was disappointing was, we had 6 or 5, but we had to throw 3 out.
Two, I think
Oh, it
two.
was 3, because we only reviewed 3 binders.
We only had
We had to
3.
throw 3 out because they didn't have, tax documentation or something else that was required. It's like,
So there's a list
see ya.
of everything that they have to have in their binder. And if something is missing, then they're disqualified.
Like, the elementary, I thought we had discussed, like, the parking area and stuff, like, we're just not gonna do that.
Okay, so right now, we haven't discussed any of that. Right now, we just
That's
selecting
just
the program.
that was just his first
Uh-huh.
thoughts to get us a proposal.
And I bet you anything, he probably did those with his eyes closed. But anyways, I mean, highly intelligent man.
Um,
So we haven't discussed anything at all. So, once, I think he's gonna be here like every week or every 2
Yeah.
weeks to, talk to us. And then that's when we tell him, well, this is what we want. They could change completely because there's still no plan. There's no design.
mhm.
Right now, I don't know if you saw, I think their like central office was left alone.
I,
No, I think it's not.
there was a little blue square. What
Yeah,
did it say? It said renovate or something about the
Uh-huh.
administrative office.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just keep you guys far away.
Okay.
That's why
You have
it's-
to renovate district though.
I assume it has to be demolished. I mean, I don't think, having a brand new building and then central office being there. I just don't think that
I
would
thought
look
like 15.
very good.
You guys can use it in my shed.
Well, and that was another thing, like.
But it's obviously to renovate
that was
district.
See, if we can keep,
15 is.
if we can keep like the comments area and see what I was thinking, if we could keep the comments area because the shop is there and that could be like a CTE area.
Uh-huh.
And then the lady from PSFA, she said, oh, you guys need to, y'all serve like a state-of-the-art facility. That could be, she recommended that it could be like the central office,
Keep it.
the central office, administrative building, and maybe like the special ed department and,
The nice thing,
Therapy.
everything we put in the shop too, it's not thrown away, like all those booths, all those tables, ventilation ducts. So,
Oh,
yeah, I made sure of that, like, that was a big conversation her and I had, like, this is electrical, that will probably have to be replaced, but
and I'm sorry, I only brought one. They sent us 5 copies.
what do you think?
I don't know, I'm not sure I'm okay with the kindergarten, the 12th and one building.
They're the same mentality, so I'm.
They really don't mingle, so basically, like kindergarten or the elementary would be like the lower level and they stay there. And then, the high school will probably enter like through one side, elementary through the other. That's my vision, I don't know. But they don't mingle at all.
only people that'd be on the bottom floor would be me.
No,
You want to shop upstairs?
yes, no, just kidding, no. No, you'll probably be away, completely away.
We're not keeping anything, but
So there's, the lady from PSFA recommended that we keep the cafeteria. And the only reason is because with the new schools, The cafeteria kitchen is fairly small. It's going to be a lot smaller than what we currently have. And what we currently have, it's in good condition. So if we can keep the cafeteria, possibly the early childhood, but that would need renovations too. And then this will go, it will be demolished completely. I don't think we need to keep anything here. And then over at the high school, pretty much everything with the exception of the shop area possible. And then the commons area, which the lady from PSFA, she recommended that we could use that commons area as the administrative building.
I thought it, on that one, it said it was keeping the gym too.
And the gym, yes. But
That's
then,
just the gym or like the offices and the locker rooms? 'Cause those-
no, all of that. It has to be renovated, everything. And hopefully no more bats.
But, this guy was pretty, yeah, this guy was pretty knowledgeable as far as the square footage and the allowance. So those areas I could change.
Then it's gonna be a question of what the foundation stuff is like on those. One is for renovation, because
She did that, what they do is they come and do like a foundation, what did she call it, that they go deep down, like,
You did foundation lift.
I can't remember which they call it, you know, that's not my forte. Construction is just not my forte, but, anyways, you know, that they prep everything before the construction.
Any other questions? Motion to approve.
make a motion.
Second.
And then I really need everybody's signature. And then maybe can I get Mr. Pilly's like in the morning, even if he didn't attend the meeting?
Mr. Pilling?
Mhm.
He's on his way.
Stand, drive line, stop and
That's good, that's what I was thinking, but, but I don't know if he can sign, you know, being that he's not here tonight.
Motion. Motion for that also.
Thank you, Dustin.
I'll drive.
I had one of the students today ask me, Eduardo, one of our workers, don't you feel bad? Don't you feel bad, you know, destroying this?
Yeah.
So, are we on this new agenda or are we on this?
We sent you a new agenda.
Let's get.
Yeah. That's good.
So it's less item.
Yes,
All right, next item is approval of disposal of assets.
I gave you a list here. It's basically some obsolete equipment that's not even worth anything. In fact, I think Daniel was getting a quote on who can come and take it and dispose of it for us. Are you on here, Daniel?
Yes, I am.
Are y'all gonna sell this stuff or?
What was your proposal then on disposal, Daniel?
So currently these are all older models of monitors. These monitors are very, very old, and I do not think these would be worth sending them to the auction. So the proposal there would be to find a way to get these out of inventory and then have them picked up, in this case by Elite, and disposed of accordingly to make sure they're recycled, or if they could very well be used for any more of the needy people, that would be great as well. But Elite would mainly take care of disposing them for us.
We use a place in Roswell that shreds our stuff, and they give you a certificate when we're done, and tell you exactly the serial numbers and things. We have to have tracking on all of the hard drives and stuff because of the SSI information on them, so I don't know if that's what y'all are looking for. Inventory.
Who is it?
There's the base,
Is it Shred Boss?
Shred Box, I think. So.
We use them for our paper documents.
We can pick all our stuff up. Take it there and shred it. Shoot, they'll have us a certificate the next day.
So they do more than just paper, they just.
I believe that's it. I'd have to look. Any questions about any of this? Get rid of it.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Say aye.
Right.
Superintendent.
Okay, so my report is somewhat short today, so just a few dates. November the 19th, that's tomorrow, the literacy night. Mr. Williams already talked about this. November the 22nd, we do have the early release. That will be this coming Friday. And then also, we also have the Bobcat Bible break. Again, the last time we had this, 79 students attended this, and hopefully, this Friday. I think it will be less because a lot of people will be traveling, but it is available. December the 2nd, classes will resume after a well-deserved fall break. Okay, and then I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the VISTAS designation, and I know that the administrators just recently had their presentation regarding the VISTAS, but that was for the 22-23 school year. So the report card for the 23-24, it's already out. And so I'm not going to go, in details about this because I do want the administrators to be able to talk about their school. However, I am very pleased that our schools, the elementary school can you go into the by school? Type the name of the school right there. Okay, go ahead and type the elementary, Hagerman Elementary, the second one. Okay, if you look at the elementary, so it tells you right there, the ESSA school designation is traditional. So currently the elementary, they stand with 45.1 points, but they are traditional, and that's where you want to be, or you want to be at a spotlight. The spotlight will be the highest ranking. Okay, so we definitely, the elementary, they've been traditional. They were traditional. It's been for 3 years already, so they're doing a really good job. So let's go to, I don't want to go into very, details. Let's go into the middle school. And these guys I am like so amazed. Look at this. The middle school spotlight. And if you look down, okay, scroll down, Mr. Parker.
It's going, the little keyboard grows.
Okay, so if you look, their school distinction, they have a total of 62 points. That is considered spotlight. This rarely happens. You might have a high school with a spotlight designation, and you might have an elementary school. However, for a middle school to have this ranking, this is significant. And most of it, if you scroll down, please. If you look at the reading proficiency, we have 60% of our students that are actually proficient in reading. Only 25% are proficient in math, and then science proficiency is 38%. Scroll down a little bit more. Okay, so look at the growth. So again, for the math, they made some growth, but again, we definitely need to continue working a lot harder with the math. But look at the reading growth. So that is significant. Okay. If you look, and then of course, there's additional metrics there that are probably still not out. And again, I want the administrators to be able to look at this and be able to explain to this in detail. So if you go to the high school, as you know, you may recall the high school, we were considered CFI, which is needs of improvement, specifically in for graduation. However, you know, and again, this is for last year. So the high school, we pretty much got out of that designation. Now we need to make sure that we sustain. We are a traditional now. But so with our pointage, so we have 59.3, which is really, really good. So if you keep scrolling down, okay, our proficiency, if you look at our math, and I don't think I need to explain what happened there with the math. We definitely, I think this year it's going to, math department will be increasing significantly. But if you look at the ratings, 32%, and then the science, 36%. But if you scroll down, Mr. Parker, and look at the graduation, we improved 14.3%. And go ahead and explore that. Okay, so we had a 14.3% overall graduation growth. And if you look down, I mean, that one you can toggle, but now we have a total of 90% overall for the 4-year graduation. 5-year, it stayed the same, 90%, which is really good graduation rate. Now keep scrolling down. There's the 6-year, 76.7. And then go down one more.
That's it.
Okay. So as you can see, I mean, we were, the 6th year, we were at 63. Now from 63 all the way to 90. So that is significant growth for us. And again, this is, you know, a lot of the initiatives that we are currently doing. I know this is for last year, but we did this last year, and we just making sure that the students are here, that they are here on time, making phone calls, you know, just doing whatever it takes to get the kids to be in school. So kudos to everybody. They're just doing amazing work, amazing work. Okay. And again, I will have oh my goodness, I don't know what's wrong with me. I will have the administrators be able to give their report, you know, in the near future. I stand for questions.
Any questions for Ms. Reyes? Thanks, Ms. Reyes.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, everybody. We're